All right, thank you, Katie. Thank you for taking the time today to really talk about engaging today's agriculture student and animal science. And so I want to talk through a little bit of these things with you today and what is all involved there. So just to get us started here, I want to tell you a little bit about Realityworks. We're a company that is solely in career and technical education. We're in about 67% of schools with different products of ours. We're in 90 countries, so we're an international company. And we believe we've served over about 6 million students through the use of the different products across CTE in this world. So, you know, at the same time, we consider ourselves an education partner as part of the National Association of Agriculture Educators. And then also we are part of the Association of Career and Technical Education. Our president of Realityworks actually sits on the board. And we go to about 100 plus education trade shows a year. So not only are we going into schools, into classrooms and seeing students, we're also at these trade shows hearing and listening to educators of what their needs are and how we can help create quality products and help career technical education. All of our products really have an educational focus on interactive learning aids, and then also really involving curriculum and kind of bringing those pieces together for that really engaging of our students. Now, I want to bring up just kind of an overall picture here of the different areas that really the core academics of CT, and want to just talk about with Realityworks in that agriculture world. We have different focuses from ag and animal products to welding solutions, welding simulation, electrical wiring kit, employability skills, and then food safety. And so we have a lot of different focuses inside of the kind of the ag cluster and career pathway. So with that, I want to just kind of talk through about some of the experiential learning tools and how they work and how they can help your students, and then get into some of the products that we have and really show you how we see them being used and being helpful in the classroom. Again, as we go through, feel free to ask questions as we go through that can really help give you some understanding to these products here. So I want to start out just kind of talking about today's learner, and this is something that we are seeing more and more of within today's generation of, you know, the millennial generation, the students coming up. They don't always trust this kind of teacher up front, this teacher telling you one thing. They want hands-on learning. They want to be able to do, and one of the things is in this world is really that motivated by doing. And really kind of hits right in the ag world of learning by doing and doing by learning. And so it really hits into this need for hands-on learning. Our generations that we're now teaching today want that immediate feedback. A lot of it is because of the smartphone industry, because of different things that they have, technology that is right at their fingertips. They can go out and find what they want to learn about. They want to be able to see and understand what's being talked about. So in their world, they want that feedback right away. And so with a lot of experiential learning, when you talk about a certain concept within ag science and animal science, they don't want to just kind of hear about it or learn about it. They want to go touch and feel. They want to be able to see and understand that. And so we really see that as a key piece of our product line, and really making sure that your students are engaged in that understanding. And then one of the big pieces here is that 21st interaction. Students are more and more wanting personal and interactive engagement. And if it's a community set of 3 or 4 students as they interact together, if it's you and that student, they want to really be part of that. And we see that in the social media and that connectedness that they are. So what can we do to help get that connectedness through different type of learning experience? If it's small group work, if it's interactive activities, if it's really bringing students into understand the world that they're in, and how the bigger picture of, okay, in the classroom's a microcosm for what they will view out into the real world. So from our today's learner and what we see there, we really see them as understanding and having a ability to really fit in with experiential learning, really understand that hands-on feature. Now, from this, we found through some of these ways to engage students is what we call smart teaching. 50% of our brain really focuses on this visual information, processing visual information. So that is why technology today is so key and so focused. That's why iPads work so well. That's why students are all about the visual side of it, is because our brain focuses on processing visual information. And we do it much faster in that same focus. So we process visuals much faster, about 6,000 times faster than we will process text. And so to be able to manipulate, to hold, to see, and to work with different types of educational tools, learning aids, will be able to increase that ability for students to understand the concepts, but also then to engage and want to go even deeper and continue to go deep into different types of concepts that you are teaching in the classroom. We all forget about 90% of what we learn in a month. Most of us, the attention span continues to get smaller and smaller, and most of us can lose some of that within an hour. And so these are just facts that we've seen and that has been researched showing that, yeah, we're having those kind of situations that aren't really working, where they're remembering for long periods of time. So how can we help our students? Well, one of the great ways here is through the ability of hands-on learning. When you have experiential learning, when you have experiences, you remember those things much better. You remember what is being taught. And so getting that into the classroom, getting students to have those memories, have those experiences, all of a sudden they will remember much better. I taught, and the schools that I taught in, one of the things that when I was a full-time teacher, I still have students who I keep in touch with will come back and say, remember when we did this, remember when we did that. That allows those students to gain and keep that memory and keep that learning. And so those experiences are very important. And then it's critical, we call it 6 triggers, where it's critical to keep the attention of students and to keep on giving different triggers. A lot of times you need to say it or to have something triggered 6 times before they really learn and understand it. So continue to go back, if you want to say, to the well until they really understand those things. So what does this kind of all focus on? It gets back to that, tell me I'll forget, show me I may remember, but involve me and I'll learn. And we really want to get students involved with our product. So with that said, I'm just going to show you our headquarters here, and one of the things here that we have is what I'm surrounded by is our different ag animal products, and we also have plant science products as well. And so what we have is different learning aids for you to be able to use in your classroom. So we have example our horse model here. Different parts of the animal can actually be removed. They can actually see the different parts of the animal that are being involved. It's a great classroom demo piece that can be talked through and worked through. So all of these are actually removable parts, letting them actually kind of dissect the animal, being able to see the different features of the animal. We have them in different types of our animal, and then also get down into those pieces where we even have them in both different uteri and then also in our stomach. So they can actually open them up, see the different textures that are involved in the different areas of the stomach here, the pig stomach, being able to understand how they actually work. We also have them in our flower model, and then our Dicot Flower, and then also our stem models. And so I'm going to just talk through some of those different products now, so you can start thinking about, okay, how do I best use and what would I use in the classroom to really help my students and get them engaged with that learning. And that's what all this is about, is really the experience. When we have students with these products, okay, yep, we have our horse, we have Hattie here, and we're using it in the classroom, and how are different ways that we can use that, or our cow or pig. So want to kind of just walk through some of the different products that we have and kind of go through what those products are and how you might be wanting to use them in your classroom. So I want to just talk about the animal products first. First one, we have Claire. That's our cow. Claire has removable features in both internal, external anatomy. And then it really is, there's 13 different parts of the cow that you can take apart and be able to almost dissect it, allowing to then have the students see where these different organs are, how they work together, how they function together. We also have curriculum that comes with it that allows the instructors to be able to use PowerPoint presentations, worksheets, interactive opportunities for students to actually use, touch and feel these, and then use them throughout the year. We have Priscilla, which is our pig model. This model comes with 17 different removable parts of the pig, showing all the different parts of it. We also have a pork cut poster that comes with this. And so in this sense, giving that anatomy of the pig, so then you can understand the different systems and be able to use the different systems in your classroom and talk about the different systems there. With our products, with our cow, we had the digestive system and the beef cut posters that come along with it, and curriculum that talks directly with that. With our pig, we have the pork cut poster that comes with it, allowing you to have visuals that you can use within your classroom, allowing students to understand the different products. We also have Hattie, our horse. Hattie has removable features as well. 11 different features, allowing you to really see those organs as well and be able to use them in classroom. These are all, and you can see from the size of them, are ability, or have the ability to have them right in your classroom, put them on your desk and display them, do demonstrations with them. But they can also be moved around your classroom. So when your students do have smaller groups working and wanting to investigate and have better understanding of these different systems, they can actually put them on their table and be able to work together in individual or in group settings as well. We also have Chippy, which is our chicken model. It includes 7 different removable parts as well as the egg. All of these different models here, our horse, cow, pig, and then our chicken model, are all females. And so it all ties in with the female reproductive system, allowing you to be able to talk through that system as well from that world. So all of these are different female models here, being able to really work through some of that systems as well. So not just digestive, different things, nervous, but also the reproductive systems are something you can work through in that. Now, part of the reason I say that is because we have individual models as well. So if you want to focus on just a certain system within the egg science world, we have the cow ruminant model, where it actually breaks apart into 3 different pieces and shows the 4 different compartments of the digestive tract, and really goes through where you can see the different honeycomb shape and the different textures that are then being used and within the cow, all as a nice model that then can be set on a shelf and stored, and when you need it, bring it back out. And so it's not something where you have to have in some cases, the real thing. You get this model to be able to show that, and students can really touch and feel and use it as they see needed. We have the horse stomach model as well. Again, with those ability to break apart and see the textures and how the different compartments and different areas of the stomach work. And then we also have the pig stomach. So the kind of what we call the big 3, horse, pig, and cow, all have the digestive tract systems there for you, including the coloration that will then show the actual details of the different products there. Now, from the digestive system, we also have reproductive systems, the female reproductive systems. Excuse me. In this case, we have our cow uterus model. This is a true to size, or almost a life-size model of the cow uterus, allowing you to actually, there's a removable piece on it, to be able to see through how the different features of the uterus, but you can also work through and use to talk about artificial insemination, show some of the features of where and how you would actually artificial inseminate a cow through this model, and help students to gain some of that knowledge in that world as well. So it's a true to size model. Students then can actually be able to see how the different system works and the functions of the different parts of it as well. Again, all coming with curriculum and opportunity to be able to learn some of these kind of the overview of the different needs and parts of these models. We then also have the pig uterus model here. And so in this case, again, giving that life size kind of model, that the understanding to be able to see and kind of learn the different features and the functions, the parts and functions of each type of reproductive system here. And then also horse uterus model as well. So all of these are, again, that both digestion and then also reproductive systems, giving you different types of models that your students can then actually have that touch and feel, that hands-on understanding for some of these. Now, want to just take a moment here. We're gonna go back into the other world where we talk about the egg science and the animal science, excuse me, of different products, but we also have plant science. And so this is one of our examples. In this case, we talk about removable pieces and the ability to actually have students be able to take these apart, be able to look at and show the different textures and what each part is actually doing. So we have it where not only in our animal science world, where you can actually take out the different parts of the animal here and really get an understanding, because all these are magnetic, and be able to then put together, be able to see the different textures and the different parts of it. But it also allows you to be able to see how they work. Same thing here. We have a cutout piece of our flower where you can actually see what's happening inside of the flower here, and how photosynthesis works and things of that nature. So we include those pieces with these products, where you can see the different things that we're teaching in classrooms already, allowing educators to just be able to have new tools to help your students, giving them that opportunity to help and understand. So in this case here, I want to talk through about our excuse me, plant science models as well. So not only is it something where in the animal world and animal science, but also in the plant science models that can help you. And really, the first one that we have in this world is we have what we call a plant science kit. The plant science kit is one that allows you really to get a new resource for your classroom, for your teaching, learning aids and curriculum resource that really engage your students. And this comes as a fully packaged product here with plant science curriculum. There are flashcards on plant ID and identification. There's models. We have a leaf structure model and a plant cell model. And then we also have posters that come with it, all packaged up together, all of this together as one package in a storage case that then allows you to bring it right out into your classroom and have your students have kind of a whole curriculum and whole learning aid resource there, so you can kind of go over the real basic, the real understanding of plant science. Just to give a little bit more information, plant science curriculum include things like plant cells, leaves, roots, and stems, flowering plants, plant identification in the sense of shape and margin, photosynthesis, and then we also include career exploration. One of the things that, again, we're always looking for as a company is how are we and what can we do to help get students into the careers that they're looking for within career and technical education. How do we get them to be placed in jobs? And so career exploration, giving them understanding of how what I'm learning in the classroom, in the greenhouse, in the shop, what am I learning here, and how can I take that with me when I go into career exploration, go into my career. Another one we talked about here is the Dicot Flower model. In this case, talked through and showed you real life replica, giving a larger view here of the flower and the different features of that flower. So kind of a magnetized view, being able to really see what is going on inside of the flower model. Again, that's a Dicot flower. We also have a Dicot Stem model. Really kind of magnetizing and blowing up the stem, so then you can actually see the cutaway view of a plant stem. And so looking into all the different parts and functions of a plant stem that a lot of times you will use, and when you put under a microscope, and see pieces of this in the sense of on slides. But in this case, it's an actual model where students can touch and feel, go in and be able to see how the stem, what different parts of the stem, how the structure of the stem is all working together. So it is a larger model, a demonstrator model that you could actually show and use in your classroom for your students to see. So from this, we really feel and have seen a lot of training success. We have these products, and these products are being looked at from all the way from middle school, high schools, technical college, you know, the employability skills training, industry training, those different needs that are there as we go into schools and into institutions, really looking for, okay, what is the best practices and how can we engage students? And these are the ways that we really feel that can help, and we've seen them gain that engagement and that understanding for them. So again, goes back to that, tell me and I'll forget, show me and I may remember, but involve me and I'm gonna learn. And that's really where we take this as the learning aids. Engage and involve your students, giving them these opportunities to be able to touch and feel, because a lot of times we're finding less and less opportunities to go to an actual farm, less and less opportunities to maybe engage, and students aren't coming with that background knowledge. So these allow us to get that understanding for our students, give them and be able to really see the different systems in the both animal and plant science world, and how that I can engage and understand that world with hands-on learning aids. So again, some of our new pieces here, we go from the animal science models here, the full-size actual animals, to very specific in the sense of the stomach models. We also have uterus models, and then we also have our plant science kits and our stem and flower Dicot. So with that said, kind of giving you an overview and really wanting people to understand that, hey, how are we engaging our students? What are we doing to really help our students? And it's really that piece of involve me and I will learn. And a lot of ag education programs around the country are already doing that, involving me. They're doing that, the do to learn kind of piece of education. But what are some new ways? What are some different ways that we can help engage those students and really give them that extra understanding that they need and they deserve? So with that said, we have about 4 minutes left. Wanted to keep this open and see if there's any questions out there. So wanted to open that up and see if there's anybody who has any questions for us in that world. So let me share my screen here one more time and just kind of open up. If anybody has any questions, feel free to send them out to us. I know that it is something where these are new on the market and something that hasn't really been out there before. And so it's all of these products are really focused on what are the educational needs of students and how can we help get to those. Okay, one question here that I'm seeing come up here is the question of, excuse me, the question of, is there different rates if I want to buy more? Yes, we do have different product lineups here. You can buy horse, cow, and pig. You could buy different kind of packages in that sense, and we do give some discounts in that world for package pricing. But in this case, yes, you can buy multiples to really help, because that's one of the things we are seeing is a lot of educators want these products for different kind of needs, or they're touching on different things. One of the things that we've really heard from especially new educators, so to think about maybe you are not a new educator, but you have a new educator in your school, a new teacher in your school. One of the things they're saying is, hey, I really grew up, and I learned in this case, you know, bovine or equine, but I don't know swine. I don't know about that as much. And so that's a place where, hey, this could be that helpful feature for you. All right, another question that's coming up is asking about the curriculum, what's involved. Well, with our large animals, one of the things that comes up here is some of the curriculum that has is, again, with our cow and pig, they have posters included. They also have what we call quick start guides, allowing you to quickly get up to speed about the different features and the different functions of the animals. And then we also have curriculum that gives you those PowerPoint kind of presentation slides, gives you different focuses that you have there. And then allows you to be able to see the different products, to be able to see how the systems work together. So we have different curriculums. Some of them are based on digestion. Some of them that are based on reproduction, and so on and so forth. So one of the questions that's being asked is, are there going to be more webinars like this that allow us to get an understanding of the other areas of the packaging of these? And so the answer is yes. We do webinars on these different products all the time, at least once a month. And so we will be sending out new emails of when those are. In this case, you can go to our website and see some of these, because we will always have these on so you can see it. In this case, one of the things here is that this webinar is really focusing on our package of different egg, animal, and plant science. But we have other products we have welding products, and so we have other packages that can help in the welding world. We have them in the health science world. We have them in the family and consumer education world. So yes, we will be having more of these. Also, the best place for this is on our website. We have all of these located there, so you can go, and if you missed one, you can go and see what else we have in other products, but also you can see what is there in that case. So, and again, our website is www.realityworks.com, so you can go right there and see that. So, wanting to be understanding of your time, and want to say thank you for taking the time to be with us today. This will be emailed out to you. This will be something that we will give to you as a to be able to look, or if you have more questions. There's also, you can talk to us by going to our website, and if you have questions, or if you want to raise your hand in that way to say, hey, I have more questions, or I want a quote, or I want somebody to help me in this world, we are so happy to be able to help and partner with you to be able to bring the needs that you have forward, and then what can we do to help satisfy those needs. So thank you for your time today, and you can also get in touch with us by contacting us by information@realityworks.com, or we also have a toll-free number. So with that, I just want to say thank you and hope that you have a great day.